So I'm pretty thoroughly exhausted. I have classes 4 days a week, sometimes 5 if I have my weekend pruning class. And it's just a lot to take in. I'm still working full time and I'm biking most everywhere and it's going really well. I say that only because it hasn't started raining yet. I'm a little bit worried for when it starts raining every day. That's going to be difficult to get around, but things are going really well. I got my first horticulture test back and I got a 97, so I mean, it was a take home. Don't give me too much credit, but I'm still pretty happy. I only got one question partially wrong because that was a 5-point question. So I got the first part and I kind of messed up a little bit. I forgot to answer the second portion. So besides that, things are great. I love all my classes. Midterms are starting soon. It's a little bit daunting, especially construction. There are so many terms that I've never heard before. I'd say about half that class is made up of people who are actually working in the field, like constructing stuff, and they're taking this just to get better at it. And I'm coming from a place of not knowing what a joist is, and like, oh, that's, perpendicular to a beam, and that means the decking's going to go the same way as the beam. It's very complicated, and it's a little bit dense. Luckily, all the math involved seems to be really basic geometry, and that was my strong suit. Once we got past that in high school, I got lost. Anything from intermediate algebra on is just very confusing. I don't understand it. I don't appreciate it. Calculus, you need to go away. Statistics, why do I need to know anything about that? I'm good at everything else. Why do I have to take math? But the construction class is limited to finding the volume of this raised bed if it's a circle and the radius is 9 feet. It's easy peasy. So things have been going really well with that. Work is good. One thing that was not so great, I guess I can talk about this. I wasn't planning to, but actually I don't want to bring that up. I'm sorry. It was just some RV drama that came up and I realized I really don't even want to spend time on it. So just suffice to say, people do not like the RV and it's an awkward thing. So beyond that, classes. Yeah, it's hard to have so much of your week taken up by commitments. I'd say anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week. I'm leaving at 7:30 and getting back at like 10 or 11 depending, and it's just a lot. I'm busy. It's super nonstop, but luckily I have fun stuff going on. I had like the school plant sale and I got to go to my thrift store that has its like annual dollar sale, so I got a bunch of awesome pieces from that. And my body's just tired in a good way. I've been digging swales all day. I've been out in the sun planting collards and other brassica and chives and collecting stuff like gooseberries and taking photos, and we're drawing up these really cool zoning maps for our class, and I love everything that I'm learning. It's just a lot to take in, and I don't update as much as I should. I love making videos. It's just hard for me to get on here. I feel so boring too. But yeah, so seed season is upon us. That means taking plastic baggies everywhere you go, and it's nice to have little pieces of paper that you can write what it is, stick it in the bag with there, and I feel like a seed hoarder. I always joke about how many seeds I have. You guys have no idea how bad it is. I have more than 1 million seeds. Not kidding. Like, God. A lot of them were either swaps or things that I've found or something from Seeds Now that gave a donation to the page, but if I were to quantify it, I'm going to go ahead and say probably like more than $500 worth of seeds. Not joking. It's kind of out of control, so I need to get them in the ground, right? I need some soil, I need some land. So what I've been thinking recently is instead of trying to buy 40 acres right off the bat, even though that's what I want, it seems like it could be feasible with Kickstarter and my savings and maybe taking out a small business loan and all that stuff and becoming an actual nonprofit. It seems slightly doable. I'm a little bit worried that it's just going to push something off that needn't be pushed off. So I'm kind of thinking, what if I were to maybe spend my savings on like 2 or 3 acres somewhere and really go somewhere where, like North Carolina or Colorado, somewhere where the land is not that expensive? What if I were able to figure out a place like Georgia, etc., just a small 1 to 2% size homestead? What if I were to start now planting and then I could get a new a new crop going of seeds and everything, and I'm still preparing for the farm, gaining experience, but I'm tired of the city and I don't want to put it off any longer. So one thing that has come up is work. My work has gotten re-pregnant. They're expecting their second now, and it seems like either a good time to commit to taking, well, I should say, they asked me to stay on for the infant, so my toddler will be going into preschool soon, and they're asking me to stay and have the 2-month-old, and I'm tempted. I love the idea of consistent work, knowing where my hours are coming from, and they're a great family and it's so generous of them. I'm really happy to be asked to stay, but I'm kind of thinking it might be either a good time to transition to living somewhere else in a new state, getting stuff going, or I don't know. So I have a lot of things in my head, like whether or not to be practical, and of course I should keep a full-time job. What am I, crazy in this economy to go off and do something else? And then part of me is like, when is there going to be a better time to go off and do this? So I have a lot of stuff bouncing around. I'm trying to be level-headed and think things through enough. You know, my gut says keep the work, but then I also am so tired of living in the same city. I'd like to get out and begin my life. So who knows? I would welcome your advice. I know there's probably going to be like half and half. Some people are going to say, quit your job, go live your dream, girl, get your farm going. Why not? What's stopping you? And then the other half maybe will say, it's nice to have a paycheck and it's nice to be putting away money for the real farm. I don't know. Whatever I do, I definitely don't want to go anywhere in the dead of winter. That's all I know. So this is the beginning of fall now, and I'm just going to be here saving seeds, going to school, enjoying my birthday, getting older and older, and trying not to fall asleep. It's a really busy schedule. So yeah, I think that for the rest of the day I'm just going to drink my ginger beer, play some more chess, maybe watch a show, enjoy nap time, put in a to-go order for pickup for the Indian food place around the corner. That sounds nice. They make a mean vegan cauliflower chickpea nonsense thing. I don't even know what it's called, but I love it. It's mixed vegetable masala. So I hope you're having a really awesome week. I hope that this long video makes up for the fact that I haven't been making videos. I really want to. I swear. Okay. I have so many ideas in my head. Like, if I just had the time to do the follow-through, I have about 3 book ideas, and I would like to talk about propagation in depth, whether it's vegetative, cloning, divisions, cuttings, all that, air layering. I'd like to make a book on that, in addition to seeds, and I would like to talk about ideal seed conditions and how to clean this kind of seed, you know, dry seeds, flower seeds, vegetable seeds, wet seeds. And I want to get all into propagation. I want to have a book on that, maybe a short, I don't know how many pages that would be, like maybe 50. And then I would like to have just a gardening 101 book, so starting from the beginning, soil, ideal soil conditions, the basics, compost, mulch, sun requirements for most plants, the kind of watering you should do, fertilization. I have so many things that I want to do. And then I was thinking, why do I need to wait to make a book? Maybe I could just do online tutorials and use some of my newfound excitement to be using like iMovie and all the editing software. Why don't I make little online videos and offer them for free on the YouTube page? And that would be awesome, because I mean, I'm sitting here watching like the David Attenborough documentaries anyway. Why don't I put some of that to use? If I just learned about photosynthesis in class, why don't I make a short video and put that on the page? And if I learn about Simpson brackets and handrails and capacities for posts and where to place them, and why don't I share that? So just keep taking what I'm learning and passing it on to you guys. And, you know, I want to be making cooking and baking videos, sharing vegan recipes. I would like to talk about how to make juice at home with a blender. I want to be doing all these tutorials, and at some point I will. I promise I'm going to get back into stuff. It's just hard at the moment to take the 20 minutes that I'm supposed to, you know, have designated for eating during the day and make a video instead. It's nonstop. But I love you guys and I miss you, and of course I still love the page. And I have yet to make the thank you video for my computer stuff. So busy. Are you guys busy like I am? am so busy. I went from being unemployed a year and a half ago and working like maybe 1 day a week for my work exchange, and now I'm just slammed, like swamped every day of the week. There's always something. If I don't have school and classes back to back, I have a bunch of errands that I need to do. I mean, it feels good to be getting stuff done. I feel really accomplished, but I would like to slow down at some point and just appreciate my health and my surroundings and the potential to garden everywhere. I'd like to be doing those kinds of things and really working with my hands instead of spending 3 hours a day commuting. I'd like to have that time back. So yeah, I do. I want the land. I'm thinking about it. I'm looking online, of course, and keeping my eyes open. And yeah, more later. And thank you for being here. Homesteading hit 25,000 a few weeks ago, and I'm ever so happy. It's just growing, chugging along. So yes, I'm signing out. I'm gonna go sit back down, drink my ginger soda, maybe close my eyes for a minute, but probably not. Okay.